standing, if that is comfortable for you. If you can freestand, you can stand like I am. I'm going to move back a little bit. If you feel like you want to stand and you want to be able to have something near you in case you need to have some balance, I would suggest it being in front of you rather than just to your side, because then you'll be always relying on one side to balance. If you're sitting up in your chair, that is totally fine too. You have to choose what is right for your body. We're going to do a series of some mindful movement exercises, which will have our breathing and movement happening. And we are doing that to kind of settle our energy as we shift out of summer and into the fall. So the breathing exercises and the concepts of what are called the 5 Chinese elements, which are metal, water, wood, fire, and earth, which actually relate to just qualities inside of you. So while you're doing each one of these movements and this breathing exercise, you're going to be bringing in the qualities that make you like that element. It's not, you aren't metal, but you're going to have qualities of metal. Okay, I am going to turn a little music on. We tested it to make sure that you'd be able to hear the music and you'd still be able to hear me talking. Please let Abby know if you can't hear me, and I will work a little harder to be a little louder so that everybody can hear me. I found I tried to microphone myself and it really was like echoing. I couldn't really use that. So I'm hoping you'll be able to hear me, my voice over the music. If not, let us know. Okay.
You can just raise your hand or use the chat and I'll make sure to let Eve know.
So everybody is standing. I'm going to put the music on in the background. This would be something if this was not so complicated for me, like this was something that I could figure out how to do more easily. That would be like such a great thing. Music starts pretty quiet, so you won't hear it in the beginning. Everybody's standing up, or understand, I mean, if you're sitting down, that's totally fine. Feet under hips, arms by your side, and just let yourself relax as you take a breath in and a breath out. Make sure that your knees are soft, but your belly is slightly lifted. You take a breath in and a breath out. With each breath in, you just relax a little bit more. Starting to tune into the flow of your own energy. And settling it down. Hands under your belly, kind of like giving yourself a little lift under there. Breathe in, fill your hands up with your belly. And breathe out, softening your belly. Sitting up a little bit taller or standing up a little bit taller. Hands down below your belly. You're going to breathe in and lift your arms up past your chest. Slowly rotate your hands to the ceiling. Your palms will, the base of your palm is what presses up, so it keeps my arms round. And then breathe out, spiraling your hands back down to your belly. Knees are soft. Breathe in, lift. Spin. And breathe out. Imagine there's a fog right in front of you. And as you breathe in, you start to separate that fog away from the front of your body. Press it out above your head, beaming white light down into your hands. And as you breathe out, the white light shines on your body like a flashlight in each hand. Breathing in, rise. And breathe out, down. Breathe in, lifting up that energy, feeling strong and confident and grounded. And breathe out. Now I'm going to start to shift my hips a little bit to the side, side to side. Just leaning one way, leaning the other way. Leaning and leaning. Maybe even open your legs up a little bit wider so you don't get topsy-turvy there. And now we're going to add the arms up and down. Breathe in, rock over. Breathe out, rock down. And now you're going to try to just pick it up a little bit like you're flowing. Make it nice and smooth, like metal. And arms up and down by your side, resting very still and taking a breath in and sitting and meditating on your breath. And we'll separate our feet a little bit. Hands are going to be behind. The back of the hands are going to come to each other. You're going to spray your hands open like a water fountain. They circle back down, backs of the hands together. They rise up and they spray open. Beautiful blue, specific blue, like this Pacific Ocean, like a water fountain, breathing in and breathing out. In and out. Breathe in, bend your knees a little. And then like you're pushing out of the depth of the ocean, use the strength of your legs to lift yourself back up. Filling yourself with an aura of beautiful blue. Feeling calm and flexible. Feel a softness about you. Now we're going to get our hips back into the motion. We're going to go side to side. Sometimes I even do a little double, 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 like 2 little pumps to each side. And you can mix that up with ones. So it could be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, right? So we have our arms now. We're just going to let our hips flow side to side, loosening up, like dancing like you're water, adaptable, flexible. Make those circles bigger and bigger. Breathe in up and breathe out down. Keep the breath going. Loosen up your shoulders, loosen up your wrists and your hips, your knees, and hands down by your sides. And stand meditatively, allowing the energy to circulate through your body. Notice how you're standing. Are you on the outsides of your feet, the insides of your feet? Too much on your heels, too much on your toes. Try to center yourself. So the center part of your foot, of the ball of your foot, right before it starts to become the arch, there's a little nook there. That's pressing right into the floor. Stand very tall and take a breath in. And a breath out. Okay, so the next exercise, we're going to do a little twisting. So we're going to turn to our left. Breathe in. We're going to bring our arms up the side of our body until we get to the top. Turn to the front. Burst your arms open and float them down. Turn to the right. Breathe in, lift your arms up the side of your body all the way to above your head. Turn to the front and breathe out. Breathe in, turn, pull the water up the roots of a tree. And then your foliage bursts open above your head. Let your arms stretch wide like somebody's pulling you, and then float them down. Turning to the right, breathe in, lift up. To the front, and breathe out down. One more on both sides. Breathe in, lift that water, take the nourishment all the way up your roots, all the way to the top of your head, and then a beautiful calm green forest, noticing everybody else in this space right now. Breathing in. And breathing out. So we're going to try to get a little bit of a sway going on here now. My knees are bent gently, but I'm not really trying to move my knees. I'm kind of twisting from the waist up. Gently rotating my hands side to side to kind of pump my body a little bit. My head gently follows along. Maybe your spin can get a little bigger so your arms fly a little wider. And then you can really kind of let it go. You can go side to side, taking care of your body. Don't overspin yourself. You're not a dish rag. I'm not trying to wring you out. Just flow. And then standing still, bringing your arms by your sides and taking a breath in and a breath out. I want everyone to imagine that they can see each other in this space, like we're in a room together. And we want to draw from the energy of each and every one of us here. So imagine that you have roots growing out from the bottom of your hips, down through your legs, and into the floor beneath you, whether you're sitting or standing, feet flat on the floor. And now those roots are growing deeper and deeper, and they're starting to seek out the other people in this class right now. So you start to notice your roots are being drawn to other roots. And because of that, the nourishment is kind of one is giving one and one is giving the other. You're just going to gently lean to one side, feeling the strength and balance of everybody in this space, and lift your other foot up and balance. Feel the strength of everybody here helping to hold you up. And then your foot will go down. Now building the strength and solidity on the other side of your body. Digging your roots down deep, transfer your weight, and lift up the other foot. Hold your belly strong, and put that foot down. We're going to try to do that again, but this time we'll do tree pose. So tree pose can certainly be done with your foot, I don't think you can see me, your foot like this, because you're holding on to something. You might have a low branch, a medium branch, or you might be a high branch, or further and further, right? Whatever fits your body. You're going to put your weight onto the right side of your body, gathering your strength, Lift up your left foot and place it where you would like to place it on your leg for tree pose. Hands will come to heart center. Take a breath in. Best not to be looking at me in case I fall down. Find something that's not moving. Your arms will go out wide. They'll float to the ceiling and make a high V above your head. Make sure your hips feel even. Grow your roots, but don't sink into the earth. Take a breath in and a breath out. Another breath in. It's fine if you're holding on to something. You do it right for you. Take another breath and finish. And then slowly, when you're done, releasing your leg and bringing your arms down. And take a breath in and a breath out. Grounding down your left leg, you're going to pick up your right leg and you're going to choose where you'd like to try to have it. Could be different than the other leg. So here, if I put my hands, you'll notice even right now, this hip is up and this hip is down on me. So what I'm trying to do is drop this hip a little bit, drop this hip and lift this hip so that now my hips look more even. Right? I don't know if you can see that in my body or not. Right? Hands to heart center. Arms to the sides. And up they go. And we're going to take 3 breaths here. If you can remain up the whole time, or if you have to shift in and out, it's up. It's fine. And everybody take 1 more breath in and out. And then as you breathe out, releasing the pose, maybe shaking out your legs a little bit, just to, you may have been just tired from standing in one position. And now our legs are going to be slightly wider than our hips. And we're going to do what is called cloud hands in Tai Chi. My hand is going to travel in front of my heart as my body moves to the side. I switch my hands, and now I come over to the other side, to the right side, switch my hand. Now I'm going to the left side, and I'm keeping my hand facing my heart, and I'm trailing my other hand through the water beneath, like in the ocean beneath. It's like the sun is going through the sky, setting a reflection on the ocean beneath. And your breath should just regulate itself. So you breathe in one direction and breathe out in the other direction. And here we're going to feel the color red. A beautiful red sunset, the big poppies, cardinals, rubies, fire. Nice and slow, traversing the sky, balancing your heart fire. You need fire, but it needs to be balanced so you have the best use of it. Fire basically meaning your determination, your dynamism, whatever that word is, sorry, your enthusiasm for life. All of that comes from that fire. You don't want to have too much fire because it becomes like a high-low thing. But you don't want to have too little because it becomes a very low thing. And here we go. We're going to start to move our hips a little bit with it. We're going to flow. I'm going to go side to side. I'm even making like a little figure 8 in front of my body. You can see my hands are kind of going around and around. Just going with the flow. Maybe go a little faster. Really slow. Get that fire fanning. Go, 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 go. And then bringing that down, energy down. Feet come a little bit closer together. Hands by your side. And stand meditatively. A little smile on your lips in case you can't see my face. Notice your energy. So now our feet are going to be out a little bit again, and we're going to, like we're standing in a waist-high vat of butter. You're gonna have golden light all around you. So it's like the sun and the golden light is shining down and just making you like feel like you're swimming in a sea of gold. Okay? And so right at our solar plexus, we're gonna move our hands out, bending my knees just a little bit as I go out over the edge of the oat water, and then they come back, gather the energy towards your solar plexus. They go out like you're just ripples of a stone on a very calm lake. And then as they come back, you come, your knees go up. So it's down. Don't lean forward, it's just an up and down motion. We breathe out when our hands go open. Breathe in as they come towards you, pulling everything into your solar plexus. This is the element of the earth. It's our patience, our desire for harmony. Our desire to nourish and to be nourished. It's like you're swimming in you're hardly causing anything to happen in the water. Maybe you feel it tingling in your hands. I know that I do right now. My hands are like, wow, 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 wow. They're throbbing. That's my chi. My energy. I'm swimming in an ocean of my energy. And now we're starting to go a little faster. Like joy and solidity in your feet. You feel connected to the earth. You feel joyful. You feel ready. That gold and yellow color all around you. I get a little side to side happening again. And now I'm gonna let my hips really go. My arms are just gonna kind of do whatever they want. They're like swimming through the ocean. Maybe I'm doing the crawl. Breaststroke. Side stroke. Backstroke. Everybody take a deep breath in, lift your arms all the way over your head, gather up all that energy, bring it down, 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 deep into your lower belly. Hands come to your belly, take a breath in, and a breath out. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. And as you're standing here, hopefully with your eyes closed, or very gently, like maybe you're just gazing down at the tip of your nose, allow yourself to sway and move like you're bamboo. So you're connected to the earth beneath you with very deep, strong roots. But you're flexible and you're resilient. So even when things are chaotic around you, you can find that strength and resiliency right in your own body. Everybody take a deep breath in. A long breath out. I'm going to ask you all now to either be on a mat or be in a chair. I'm actually going to do mine in a chair because it really doesn't matter. It's not any major what you need to do on the mat, but if you feel like sitting down on the floor crisscross, that's what you would be doing. Crisscross, I'm just going to sit in a chair because it's easier for me to explain the exercises in the chair, doing the chair, rather than sitting on the floor doing it crisscross. I'm going to change this music. You'll have to give me 1 second. So everybody take a moment to find themselves in a, I don't know if this is better. We're going to continue now with the seated flow. We're going to purify our insides by doing what's called breath of fire. I'm going to get a little closer here so I can kind of explain it. So it's a short breath in with your nose and a short breath out with your nose. So it's kind of like a in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And when you breathe in, when you breathe out, it's like your belly pushes the air out of your nose. So when I breathe out, my belly goes in. So it's breathe in. So everybody could try that. They put their hands on their bellies. Maybe you already know breath of fire, but we'll just practice it for a moment. We take a breath in and our belly gets a little round. And then as we breathe out, it's as if our belly is pushing like a bellows together and it shoots it out my nose. So if I were to do it at a rhythmic, it's a rhythmic breath, it would sound something like this. So you're just going to try to let yourself do that. If it gets to a point where it makes you feel uncomfortable, stop for a moment, take a regular breath, and then join back in if you like. So at the same time that we're going to do this breath, you might want to, if you're sitting in a chair, you might want to sit up a little bit, like towards the front of the chair, so that, or if you're sitting down, then you're just sitting crisscross. It's totally fine. Okay, so we're going to take our thumbs, and we're going to make funny fists that look like this. Like I'm trying to touch the top part of my hand, and my thumbs are sticking out like this. So I have no fingers and 2 stick out thumbs. Then I'm going to take those thumbs and make them be straight up in the air. So not my fingers in the air, but my thumb in the air. So if my fingers were open, they'd be pointing to the side. So you could actually put them to the side and then curl your fingers in, right? So we're plugging back in to that white light that we talked about before, that when we used our flashlights in our hands when we're breathing in, and we gathered, and then we breathed out. So now we're going to be using that energy by plugging our fingers into it and doing breath of fire. So it's a little bit long. We'll probably be doing it for a little bit over 2 minutes. So pace yourself with a nice rhythm and just try to keep up at the best you can. Take a breath, freeing yourself of it. My arms are kind of at like 60 degrees, or like, a nice pie piece over my head. Are we all ready? So here we go. Close your eyes and beam out the center of your forehead. It should be no effort, but you might want to try to go a little faster, but don't make it effort. One more minute. Slow down if you have to. Just keep whatever you're doing rhythmic. Don't get lost in thought. Beam out your forehead. Get your eyes looking right out the center of your forehead and keep going. Only 30 more seconds. Try to speed it up if you can. Everybody, breathe in. Bring your thumbs together above your head. Keep your fingers still bent. Hold your breath for a moment. Stretch your fingers up high to the ceiling. Stretch them up. Keep your thumbs together. And as you breathe out, let your arms open up wide. A beautiful arcing rainbow above you, spreading far for your protection, for your nourishment, for your giving and taking of nourishing elements. And then hands at your belly. And take a breath in and a breath out and sit meditatively. Something that I've noticed in myself when I'm doing a meditation that requires a certain amount of perseverance is I start to lose my ability to persevere when I start to think. Because then when I start to think, I go suddenly immediately to that, oh, you can't do this. Oh my God, you have to stop. It's too much. You've got to stop you. So I find if I get myself and I don't let myself think, then it's really, you just go. And there's no judgment. There's no winning goal. I don't even care if you do it the whole time, right? But I do notice in myself that if I do want to persist in something and I start to contemplate something, that's when I lose my ability to persist. Okay, so now we're going to do a spinal flex, which is you making our spine go like this. So if you're sitting on the floor, you can either stay in easy pose or you could sit on your feet. So you'd be like in a, like you're going to start to do child's pose, whichever is comfortable for you. And if you're sitting in a chair, you're going to actually sit up forward like myself. Everybody's hands are going to be on their thighs. You're going to breathe in, you're going to pull your chest forward. And breathe out, round it back. And we're going to try to keep our chin right where it is. So it just goes forward and back. We're going to tie in the mantra Sat Nam. So breathe in Sat as you think that you're thinking it, and breathe out Nam. Breathe in Sat as you breathe in, pull yourself forward. Breathe out Nam. So you're going to set your own little rhythm up. Going forward and back, breathing in and breathing out, saying Sat and saying Nam. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what it looks like at regular speed. I'm not really using my shoulders too much. I'm just letting my spine go in and out of my shoulders like goalposts. You're water, so it's like a wave. You're splashing through that dark blue Pacific Ocean that we were swimming in earlier. Really pour it on. You only have 20 more seconds, so really pour it on. Now get across the ocean. Swim to the other side. Go for it. Everybody breathe in, pull yourself forward. Lift up your lower body like you're trying to levitate right off the floor. Zip up your pubis all the way up into your belly button. Pull your chin in just a gentle bit. Lock everything up. And breathe out. And please sit meditatively for a few moments. Hands on your belly. Allow yourself to focus on the energy as it circulates through your body. Our hands are going, we're going to now sit, if you're on the floor, you're going back to easy pose. If you went up into hero's pose, I can't see a number of you. So, and other than that, you're still in your chair and that's totally fine. Hands will be on your knees. And we're going to make circles with our body. Round and round, like you're grinding up coffee in your belly. Like you're the handle of an old-fashioned coffee grinder. It's going around and around. Breathing into the front and breathing out to the back. You can close your eyes, beam out your center of your forehead, or gently close your eyes and look out the tip of your nose. A beautiful tree swaying in a forest. Feel the green. Like when you're in a wild windstorm inside the forest and the trees are just flowing and swaying. Coming around to the front, we're just going to go in the other direction. Feel our community again. Feel like we're all grinding, even if we're not going in the same direction. Feel like we're just moving in and out of each other, how trees just sway with each other. And slowing ourselves down, coming to the center, hands on our bellies, eyes are closed, sitting and breathing meditatively. Feel the energy coming up through your legs, even in your seated position. So if your legs have been crossed for a while and you're sitting on the floor, you might want to stretch them out for just a moment. You have a choice to either go back into hero's pose, which is sitting on your feet, staying in easy pose, or staying in your chair. If you're in your chair, you're going to pull yourself forward. Our thumbs hook behind our shoulders and our fingers, and my elbows are up, so I have this part is parallel to the floor. I'm going to breathe in to the left and breathe out to the right. Here's my heart fire again. So bring all your attention right into your heart here. Breathing into the left and breathing out to the right. Leaving your hips still and trying to get a little bit of a swaying flow. Let your head go with your arms. It moves as one unit. Release your heart fire. Feel like you're fanning, but you're stoking. It's kind of both things happening at once. Open the embers to make it hotter, but fanning it to cool it down. Just a few more moments, side to side. And then slowing it down. Hands on your belly, eyes resting gently, and sit meditatively. We're going to move on to a standing meditation for a moment. So once again, if you're comfortable standing up, you will stand up. I'm going to show you a chair modification for it. And if you want to stand up, you're free form, or you stand up and you have something in front of you to hold on to, whatever you want is fine. If you're going to stay in your, I'm going to show you the pose out of the chair, and then for anybody who's in the chair, I'll show you the modification. It's a gentle warrior's pose. It's called archer's pose. So you're going to step your left foot forward a little bit and bend the knee just so the knee is by the toes. Like you don't want to go past the toes. You just want to be above the toes. Then your left arm is going to stretch out in front of you with your thumb up. And you're going to take your bow and you're going to pull it back. So almost like we were just doing before when our arm was like this. So the elbow, you could do that if you wanted. You could put your thumb behind you and put your fingers in front. And you're going to stare at your thumb and not take your eyes off. And you're going to let your breath get very still and very slow. Notice the swaying in your body, but allow yourself to feel balanced and grounded. Even look a little bit past your thumb, like you're looking to your future. You're looking to the arrival of your dreams. Softening. With each breath, slowing down a little bit more. Getting deeper into inner focus. If you lose your intention, come right back to your thumb. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing the pose, releasing your arms, spinning your left foot in and setting up on your right foot. Once again, my knee is bent just so it's up to the toes. Oh, I'm sorry, chair people. Pardon me. It would look like this in a chair. It could be this in a chair. It could be this in a chair. It could be this in a chair too, right? Staring at your thumb. So we're setting up on the other side. Making sure our knee is in the right place first for the safety of our body. Arms stretched out in front, thumb up. Reach forward to grab the string of your bow. Pull it back. Put your thumb behind your shoulder, your fingers to the front, and look at your thumb. Once again, going deep inside and slowing down your breath. Maybe only taking 3 breaths in a minute or possibly 2. And taking another deep breath in. And then as you release, hands, feet by your side. And we're going to set up for a little bit of a rest. So you either can be resting sitting in your chair. If you have a mat, you can rest your body down on the floor. We're going to take a few minutes of Shavasana. If you want to set that up to find yourself the most comfortable way that you can relax your body, relax your eyes. And once again, bring to attention while you're breathing the qualities of metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. Strength, softness, flexibility and cooperation, enthusiasm, creativity and joy. Allow yourselves to experience connection. If everybody would just start to take a few deeper breaths in to wake their minds and their bodies up. You could wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Oh, I got bit by a bee the other day and my toe is so itchy. Ay, ay, ay. I want to teach you a meditation to end class today that is having a lot of scientific proof that for doing it, it can, I'm going to come a little closer here. It can prevent or help to cure Alzheimer's disease. And I'm going to share some articles with Abby, and she'll be able to share those with you in her follow-up email to be able to read those articles yourself. The reason in Kundalini Yoga, majoritively, that we use mantras, which are sounds, is that they are cleansing for the inside of your body, for your energy, for maladies, for ailments. It's like a pitchfork, a tuning fork in your body to do verbal sounds. It's like singing, it's talking, but it's based solely to make the sounds to cause internal things to activate in you. So this meditation, which is also known as the Kirtan Kriya, is Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. It has 4 sounds. Sa, infinite. Ta, you come here. Na, you leave here. Ma, you do it again. So it's like birth, life, death, rebirth. Birth, life. It's winter, spring, summer, fall. It's all ingrained in what we are, and everything that is alive has seasons. There's no season better than the other seasons. We heard our teacher say that the other day, and it's true. All seasons are necessary, so they help us grow and nurture. Things die, new things grow. It's like a tree and a seed. Okay, so we have a little bit of a hand motion too, so it's great because it really helps to distract you. When you say sa, you pinch your thumb and your pointer finger together. When you say ta, which is the T-A, say ta and use your middle finger, ta. Then the next one, na, and the last one, ma. Okay, so it goes sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Okay, put your hands down for a second. There's more. We're going to actually crisscross our hands in front of our body like this, and we're going to do that like this. So when you're doing this, you want to kind of close your eyes at 1/10 so you can kind of see your fingers in your peripheral vision. They can be resting on your chest. They don't have to be away. You're just kind of seeing them. You're seeing the motion happening. And so we say it for a certain amount of time out loud. Then we're going to say it for a certain amount of time as a whisper. Then you're going to say it for a certain amount of time in your head, but you're going to keep doing the hand motion. So if I were to say it like a poem, it would be A, B, C, C, B, A. So C has 2 sections. So if it was minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, for the in your head, then you do another 1 minute in your head, and then 1 minute whisper and 1 minute out loud. I chose a song. It is a song that is actually made for children, and it has some little kids' voices in it. I thought it was kind of joyful, but I did it because it's only 5 minutes. Normally you would do this for longer, but we are going to try 5 minutes together today. And in the email that in the information with Abby, I also included a couple of links with some other longer versions in case you get inspired to try to keep doing this meditation until you see me next, which is next week here at the library, and you can tell me if you noticed anything about yourself by doing this meditation every day for 5 minutes. You don't have to do it for the whole time, right? 11 minutes. I'm actually on a 40-day journey with this meditation. I just started 2 days ago. So I will do this meditation every morning. The first thing I do is I wake up, I make my tea, I cover it up, I go and I meditate for 11 minutes or however long, somewhere between 11 and 15 minutes, whatever the recording I choose to do. And this 40-day cycle is Sata Nama. Last 40-day cycle was one called Chatara Chakra, which is a little bit more more sounds to it. But this one is really balancing, and it's supposedly helped to balance everything. So there is scientific work on this, so have a little belief and a little faith that this could help you feel more focused and in charge of what your thoughts are, more creative, more enthusiastic, more balanced all body. Okay, so I'm going to put the song on and just going to go with it because it's better than me just doing it with my own voice the whole time. So what did I write? It says by doing it out loud, you're sharing your voice with everybody. By doing it in whisper, it's like you're telling your best friend. It's like a secret. And then say it to yourself, you're speaking with your spirit voice. So you're telling yourself tonally inside, you want to feel that satanama, the travel of the seasons of your life, my life. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Is that louder? You don't need to hear me. I'm sorry, it's a little. Crisscross our arms. Satanama, 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 Just keep going with your fingers here. You can say it in your, sorry, I didn't know this was in here. And all things go to God. Everything comes from Him and goes back home again. All things come from God. Sorry, I didn't realize this had this song. Just keep going with it. And all things go to God. Everything comes from Him and goes back home again. Goes back home again. Sorry, keep on going. We're going to go into whisper. In your head, back to whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Take a deep breath in, rise your arms above your head. Breathing out, hands coming down, they're going right into our hearts. Heart center there. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Remember to stay feeling connected, We can use the strength of knowing that we all took this class together. We can use that strengthening feeling. We can keep it here and we can share it with the people that we interact with during the day. I have this weird thing in front of my screen. I've been looking at a big box the whole time that I've been talking. So thank you all so much for being here tonight.